Well, yeah. Da Vinci flew. Well, was it Da Vinci or no? The one they got on the.
Okay, we're going live, guys. Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike. This is where the real freaks Is everybody here?
I'm here.
I'm here too.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be so cool like that, man? You guys are awesome.
It's just Jeff. He's the cool one.
No. I got all the science stuff. That's not cool.
No, that's cool. I just have questions. Lots of questions.
Questions are good. What questions you got today?
You were asking me about my witchcraft.
Yeah, you're the only warlock I know.
Well, I do have a magic wand that I built. I use
Out of what?
Quartz crystal and some driftwood.
Really?
Yeah, and I just put a lot of power in it, positive power into the thing, and I let the sun shine through the crystal, and I sort of aim the prismatic spray at whatever I'm trying to if something I think is bad or evil, then I'll try to drive it out with that.
Didn't they find out that one of the guys in, I don't know if it's Tutankhamun, but didn't he have like a wand or something that was made out of a meteor?
I didn't hear this.
Yeah.
It's like the tip.
Yeah.
How often?
One of the pharaohs actually had I can't remember which one. You're right. There is, and it was made out of a meteorite. Yep.
Yeah, they just found that out just recently.
It was one
That
of
was just a rock.
It was one of the I think one of those hooks. They have the hook and the flail when they're buried, and you see them with the hook and the flail.
Uh-huh.
I believe it was the wand, the hook, that was found to be made of meteorite material. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, they say Tutankhamun's knife blade matches the metal is from, not of this earth.
It's
I
not
wonder how they
of
do
this.
that.
Where did they get all that gold, man? Like, seriously.
Well, they were around for a long time. I'm sure that the pharaohs ended up with most of it.
They say it comes from South America.
All gold?
The gold from Egypt is from South America.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Believe it.
It's just not native to Egypt. That's something I've heard. I'd like to do more research in that, but I've heard that it's actually the gold that they have is not from the continent at all.
Oh, I didn't know that. They don't have too much gold in.
Well, down south,
in Africa?
I guess they do in the South Africa. But it has been heavily mined millions of years ago, and there was tons of gold there, but it's been like heavily mined millions of years ago.
Maybe those were wasn't it the ancient Sumerian text that said that they came to mine gold on Earth?
And that's where they went. And actually, Michael Tellinger, he's where I heard that story from about those all them circle. There's all these circles, strange circles, and they actually have a frequency, and if you bang on the rocks, they resonate with musical notes, and they're millions of years old all around South Africa, and that's where they did all the heavy gold mining millions of years ago.
They must have had a different technique. Was it circular mining, or?
He said it just sucked right up into the sky, into their craft. It just sucked it right out.
So to get back to your wand, how often do you use that thing?
Not very often. I keep it put away, and I only take it out for special occasion if I think there's something weird going on, and it's scary. Like, for instance, I had this feeling there was something watching me, and I look outside, and through my mind's eye, I saw a huge 7-foot tall creature with horns of a goat staring at me through my window. And I actually chased I got my magic wand, I chased the thing down the driveway, and I was hitting him with it. And the thing actually broke on him. Like, when I hit him, the wand actually broke. Part of it broke off. And my wife saw it when I was hitting this thing. And she saw the wand break when I hit it. But nobody else could see the thing except me. So I don't know, am I crazy? I don't know. But the wand broke when I hit it. You know what I mean?
Did you fix it?
No, it's just a little piece broke off the end. I don't care. To me, that just makes it stronger. It's got a battle scar.
Quartz is amazing stuff.
How do you recharge it?
The sun.
The sun?
Yeah. I use the quartz crystal in the sun to charge it up with positive energy. Yep. and the moon. But also just thought, anybody can think, let's charge up Wolfman's wand, right? And
Right.
any positive energy that you throw into it is definitely appreciated.
Interesting.
Huh.
It's kind of like structured water.
Yeah,
Charging that up,
exactly.
changing it.
It's the exact same thing as structured water, exactly. And yeah, and like when people did the freezing experiments where they put happy thought underneath and wrote it on there and said joy or bliss, and then the other one they put suffering and pain, and then they freeze the water in those little things, and it had a different effect. Of the pattern of the freezing was actually really chaotic in the ones that with negative, and very beautiful in the ones with the positive thoughts written underneath them. And it's a true experiment.
Wow.
I haven't heard about that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Did they replicate it over and over and over?
Yeah, over and over and over, and it's been done over and over and over. Yeah, if you freeze water, you write in a little petri dish or whatever, just water, normal water, and you put a sticker on the bottom that says something positive or something negative, and then you freeze it, and you look at the way the water freezes. It actually has. It's amazing, but yeah. The ones with the positive messages have beautiful, really cool crystalline structures, and the ones with the negative thoughts have really nasty, chaotic, just unstructured sort of.
It's kind of like the plant experiments where you have like hard rock music or really nice music, or just
Right.
green. People with green thumbs in general must have just a real good connection with plants. Wonder if it's the water they change.
Caveman says he knows how to charge up his wand.
Oh my!
I bet he does.
God. Caveman, just keep bonking that thing and stroking it, and you
And put it out in the sun for 5 hours.
use a little bit of Vaseline on the thing because you don't want to get it really chafed,
I want
Yeah.
to say hi to Willie and happy birthday to Sandra.
That's my girl's name too, but it's not her birthday.
Cool.
Happy birthday, Sandra. And Free Willy. Free
It's
Willy.
Alaska Willie.
Well, I
I
hope.
think he's listening.
Is he free? Is
No? Yes, he lives in Alaska.
All right.
They don't
so
even have taxes in part of Alaska.
I'm gonna put
I have
on.
a friend that
I put on some underwater whale sounds for the occasion.
Nice.
In the background for Free Willy.
So, did you guys ever see that petroglyph of the plane? And then they made a perfect replica of it? And it flew perfectly?
I thought that was a fake.
That's
The
not what I
petroglyph.
heard. No, they made a replica of it. And they found that it was a perfect plane. And it was like from Egypt times or something. It was like it's on one of the walls over there.
Huh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They made it like a robotic airplane, radio-controlled airplane out of it. They proved that
Oh.
it would fly.
The Sakara bird.
Is that it?
Yeah, I believe you're talking about the Sakara. Yeah, that's this. It was. They thought it was a toy, and until they tested the aerodynamics of this thing, and it actually flies like a glider.
Yeah, and flies
It
well.
was only missing the one tail rudder, like the stabilizing rudder on the back, and they believe it probably broke off of the thing, or maybe they had a feather there or something. You know what I mean?
So was it an actual toy that was found, not a petroglyph?
It's not. You're. I'm talking about a wooden object that was actually found, and they actually were able to make the damn thing fly.
That's what it was. It was, yeah. That was fascinating. Yeah, and it was old too. It was,
Oh
was it like
shit! Yeah, it's like I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, like something like 4,000 BC.
Yeah.
2,000 or 4,000 BC. Yeah, and there's also those, like, with Giorgio Tsoukalos. He gives out those little toys from South America that are replicas of these little toys they found there, which actually also have aerodynamic properties. They fly as well. That's been experimented with, and they're little trinkets that they found in I'm not sure if it was Mayan, or I think it's Mayan, that nobody really knows. I don't think.
Yeah.
It might have been the Olmecs.
That's just an amazing thing.
But they kind of look
It
like
flies.
bugs. They kind of look like bugs at first. You could pass them off as insects, but they're not, because you can see there's a cockpit. And there's
Yeah.
there's a cockpit, like where someone would sit in there. You know what I mean? And it's got everything on there. It's like it's an airplane. It's a bloody airplane.
Well, have you heard of these cave paintings in Tanzania that are 29,000 years old? Showing like, have you seen these?
I saw the ones in France that were 30,000 years old. Those were
These
amazing.
are, yeah, and it's just like how
The cave of forgotten
yeah, the
dreams.
cave paint. Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
they're all over the world. Japanese have them. You said France has them.
That's
They're
the only
everywhere.
thing. It's the only thing that's worth seeing on 3D ever. Is
Marcus,
that
can
movie.
you pull up anything on this shit we're talking about? Can you find anything for us?
I'll post something up here.
Yeah, I found something on the airplane.
Cool.
Yeah, we need some.
We should have done our homework before the show.
We don't know what we're going to talk about. We don't know.
That's true. Hey, Wolfman, can you call this show like with a regular phone?
Haven't got that. You can if you pay for Skype, and I think you can.
But you'd still need to use Skype. You can't use just a regular.
I haven't got that
cell
hooked
phone?
up yet. I have to
Okay.
pay. I could do that. I could use my SMS, but I got to pay for the script on that and then people could call us on that too. I'm gonna have that hooked up, but when I get my new computer, I will have that hooked up. But right now, it's just Skype.
Okay. Alaska Willie wanted to call in, but he doesn't have Skype.
Damn.
So
Okay,
I know.
do it.
Well, soon when I get my new computer, then I had the terrible luck, man. My dog got her paw broke, and it's been vet bills. So.
Well, you got it sounding really good tonight. So, hey, Marcus, you find anything out about the flying bug?
Right. Well, Caveman beat me to it. He posted a couple of things already.
Wow.
I didn't
Awesome.
see on Wikipedia yet, but I did find a Google reference here. It's a small toy, about 2 inches long, made of gold.
Yeah.
Found in a tomb in Colombia.
Ooh.
That's it.
It's,
That's what I was talking about.
It's on display in the Smithsonian in Washington.
Does it say anything about them making a plane out of it?
That was on Ancient Aliens, I believe. I did see that episode. It's not mentioned in this article, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that was Ancient Aliens or not, but I did see that on a TV show where they actually put it in a wind tunnel, tested it on a scaled up model. And when you look at the scaled up model, you can actually see the cockpit. You can see where, like, this thing is not a bug. It doesn't even look like a bug. It's a plane. It's an airplane.
Or an
Okay.
alien
Marcus,
spacecraft.
No,
All
it's
right,
just
just
it's
posted
just an
this on
airplane.
TweetDeck.
It's an airplane like we have today. It's no different.
Well, aliens could fly a plane in. Maybe they want it to work in the wind when they.
I don't even think it's alien. I think they had airplanes back then. It's probably something remnant.
Could be.
It's probably a remnant of Atlantis.
Okay, it's all on there on that article I posted. Actually, they have the whole videos of the model flying and supersonic tests. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that's a great little site there. It has everything on it.
The X-plane.
Well,
Yep.
I don't even have a
CAD
website
drawings
yet
on here.
for our show, but once we get a website, I will start posting. I got to get this going. I'm way behind on my homework. I got to get a website so we can post all this stuff.
I mean, I fly some model airplanes, and you know, it's important to get the thing balanced. But if you put an engine on just about anything with wings, you can pretty much make it fly with some control surfaces. So I'm not really that surprised that it flies. Obviously, the gold one didn't fly, I don't think.
Probably not.
It's not very well. But it was still pretty cool. The thing that they did on Ancient Aliens was.
Can they even test gold to see how old it is? You can't carbon date gold, can you?
Okay, what about the Sakara bird? Has anyone pulled that up yet? It's the
No.
Sakara,
What is
the
that?
Sakara. I think it's the Sakara bird. I think it's called, and that's the Egyptian glider.
I did find something out about ancient gold mining that I didn't know. It's a technique called fire setting. There's a Wikipedia article on that, where they would just build a fire in front of a rock face to heat the stone, and then douse it with liquid, causing the stone to fracture by thermal shock. And that was apparently how they mined gold in prehistoric times, up until the Middle Ages.
And gold is
Wow.
gold is kind of like lead. It melts at a lower heating point,
Right.
I believe, than other metals, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, I know they can test usually where the gold comes from. I'm not sure about carbon dating it as far as how old it is. But I know they can read some of the radiation off of it and find out where it came from.
Right.
I mean, that's how they can trace it.
I think, if you were to really heat it up, the rock, you'd have to have a blower though. You'd have to have something like a bellows to heat that rock up, and then it will just, you know what I mean, smash open.
Well, yeah. There's curtain technology they have that they've been using, basically, to kind of like a bellow, but it's like a wheel, and it's something you can build out in just with basic hand tools. Nothing, and you can get that fire hot. They've had this stuff for thousands of years.
I wonder if it melts out of there, or if they just break it up and then take the little pieces out.
Probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me,
Whatever's on the surface is going to melt out.
They must have had some high technology back then to get all that gold. Like, if you see all the gold in Egypt, come on. They didn't just do this, with primitive tools, man. There's no way.
Well, it was a way to get the rock to fracture, whereas later on they had explosives.
Yeah.
What they do now.
Yeah.
Well, in China, they've had explosives for thousands of years.
Yeah, when gunpowder came along, what, in 800 or something? Or was it a long time ago?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they had it for a long time. They had explosive, even landmines. When you step on and they had a trigger mechanism in there, and it would blow up.
Yeah, gunpowder was that was back in the 9th century, back in China. That's when they started that.
Yeah.
9th century.
Yeah.
Been around for a while.
Maybe they had to fight the Gorn.
Yeah, that's probably it. But no, they actually had a really cool trigger mechanism. It was kind of like it winded down. As soon as you tripped it, it would trigger a spring that would turn and create spark, which would ignite the powder and then blow up the landmine. That's basically they had ancient landmines. Yeah, I think they used ceramic so that all the ceramic shards would fly up out of the ground. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they had firearms back in the 1300s. The Chinese did.
Yeah.
Rockets. They had
amazing.
rockets as well that would shoot from the boats. Like they had a dragon head on it, I believe, and they would shoot these things like a rocket. It was filled with gunpowder, and it's a rocket. Yeah. And bash the other boats.
Changing the subject, guys. Have you seen that show about the money pit in Nova Scotia?
Oh, yeah. I'm quite familiar
Right.
with that one. That's
It's coming on again this fall.
yeah.
That's an amazing
Oak
story.
Island. That's Oak Island.
Oak Island, that's so awesome. What they found originally, before they messed it all up. But did you hear, what they originally found with when they dug down there? They just found layer after, like every 10 feet, they found another layer of.
Yeah, it's messed.
It was like a floor.
Yeah, they
a lot-
found some treasure in there, and then they finally found that one sign that said the treasure's 10 feet below this, and then it all came in flooded with water, and they were never able to really get down to it. It was amazing. I love that show.
Yeah, it's quite intriguing. And they found a Roman sword near the end of the last. They found a Roman sword on that island.
Yeah, they did some more testing on that sword, and they found that's real. And it was from they don't know who dropped it there or when, but they know that the sword was real. Out in the water there, didn't they find it out in the water?
I believe
that
so.
particular
Yeah,
sword?
I believe it was in the water. Yep.
Yeah, but they did find some gold chain when they did one of the test holes. They had a piece of gold chain come up and a piece of parchment, and that's what got everyone excited about getting into that money pit at the bottom there. But then it just kept flooding out because it had all those tunnels to the ocean.
There's 10X. There's the other tunnel. I don't know why they're doing that one.
I don't either.
Why are they
I don't
doing
either.
10X when they should just be going on the money pit?
Well, they've already dug up that money pit so many times. I think that they probably screwed it up at some point. Although they did find that wood, that one core sample, they found the wood chunk, so it looked interesting.
Yeah, and the wood
Yeah.
was in a like what the hell? It's in the grains of the wood matched. The only way it could be there is if somebody put it there down underneath the
Yeah.
ground. So, yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty far down when they found that. I think they were below where they had dug. But yeah, they've dug the heck out of that part of the island. That's just so cool. Yeah, they found someone at the metal detector found a cross, a Christian cross. I can't remember where it was, but it was like 300 years older than they thought that they even had those. And that was just recently. And it's worth a fortune too. It's like solid gold.
Holy shit! I never heard about that.
Yeah, it's really ornate. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's somewhere up there. I don't know where. Maybe it was Ireland. I need to do a little bit more homework before we come on, so I'm a little more up to date on all this stuff.
Yeah, it would help if we had picked our topics ahead of time.
Yeah, we're just kind of. We were supposed to have a guest on tonight, and we didn't. It didn't come through. So
Well, what happened was I fell asleep And my wife woke me up and said, Mike, you got to get up. You got to do your show. So I didn't get a hold of him on time ahead. So he probably just gave up on me and went up to sleep. You know, he said he would set his alarm, but I didn't give him the heads up earlier. So it's my fault. My bad.
Well, we'll blame you.
But I think I may have a really cool guest coming up. I'm really hoping that he gets back to me. He said I got a hold of Greg from Planet Weird, and he said he's going to come on our show.
I have a friend that I want to get on the show. The numbers guy I know, and he also likes. Have you seen anything about those sacred sounds and different music tones to different shapes?
Oh yeah. If you put sand on a drum skin and then you play a frequency underneath it, how it makes shapes. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, that sounds interesting too. But what they found is there's a correlation between music and shapes, and he knows all about it. And he could come on and talk about that. It's pretty cool.
Well,
but yeah,
I know a little bit about that. I think that's probably what they've done a lot of experiments with this, and it's really interesting. But like certain frequencies, if you put sand on a skin, like a tight skin, and then you play the sound underneath it, the sand begins to make geometric shapes.
Oh,
different ones. Different ones for different sounds.
Yeah, we should take a little mirror on a subwoofer and, in the garage, and we'd hit a laser on that mirror, and depending on the frequency, you'd get a different shape on the wall. The reflection would just depend on whatever music we were playing.
That's what we did
Really
for
fun.
our high school dances. We had a light show based on the mirror on the speaker and the laser shining. It was our low budget light show.
Oh yeah, but it's great experiment.
I want to see that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, you just tape them loosely on there, and it vibrates at a different frequency. It moves differently, and the reflection you'll see is different than for each different frequency, and it's not necessarily logical. It doesn't make sense, but it's not like a higher pitch gives you a tighter frequency. It varies, so it's really interesting. That'd be a great topic to talk about.
Yeah, I think so too. I'll try to get him on one in the next few weeks. But he talks about all sorts of things. He's into Japanese, was it origami, where you make shapes? Well, you make animals and stuff.
Right. Little
Right.
paper sketches.
It's very geometrically minded.
We learned how to make a collapsible cube out of paper when we were in school. Did you guys ever do that? You fold up a piece of paper into a
Oh right, yeah.
and you blow in the end and it makes a cube.
It's a six-sided. We did that. It was fun.
Wolfman made pyramids.
I made pyramid hats actually back in the day when I was into the Patrick Flanagan thing. And we actually had these pyramid hats that we used to meditate and put them on, and I think it worked. I think it does. We did experiments with, I did experiments way back when I was a little kid with pyramids, trying to sharpen razor blades. And
Wow.
I do believe it worked. I know that they keep your fruit better for a long time, and the bugs won't go on it. If you put a fruit basket and you have even just a wire pyramid made out of wire over top of your fruit basket, it stays good almost indefinitely. The fruit.
Well, that's kind of cool. You could make some money off of that.
Well,
Yeah.
Patrick Flanagan, I believe, already patented that.
I hope he's making them.
They did actually. It was a razor blade company that actually had given all their razor blades came in a little pyramid shaped box, and if you kept them in there, they were always sharp. They never went dull. Yeah. There's things we don't know about. These pyramids are weird, man.
Yeah, so I built a little pyramid thing, and I have a little crystal wand as well. I have a story about that.
You have a crystal wand too?
I do. I have a pretty good story about it.
Do tell.
So I was just driving one day, and I just
He's a witch. Burn him.
urge to pull over. What is this? Why do I want to pull over here? It was just kind of a little bookshop, And I walk in there, and I just kind of gravitate to one side of the room, and there's this crystal. It's like a quartz, maybe 3 or 4 inches long and maybe an inch wide, and I just have to have it. I mean, it's the weirdest thing, right? and so I used the mind's eye, and I said, well, what is this, and what's how does it look in I guess in this in the mind's eye. And so I spent time, I meditated on it, and I looked at it, and then I knew exactly what it looked like. I said, okay. And then so I had my aunt, who's actually pretty gifted, like clairvoyant, telepathic individual. And I said, what do you see here? And she described exactly what I saw. And I mean, I hadn't mentioned anything to her. She described the colors. She described the length exactly as I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, what are
You
the
mean
chances
before you made
that-
it?
No, no, because there's a way that it exists in like the, I guess, ethereal plane as opposed to how you see it physically.
Okay.
Its properties extend. Well, she was able to see the same exact properties that I saw. I didn't tell her anything about it. I said, "This is what I have." I said, "What do you see?" She described exactly what I saw.
What? Can you tell us a little bit more detail?
Oh yeah, so it was it's like it had basically like a colored like kind of like a rainbow type of shaft on it, and then at one of the other ends it was had kind of like a purple part where your hand would hold it, and then at the end was the crystal there, and she was able to describe it perfectly.
Do you still have it?
Oh yeah.
You should
Absolutely.
take a picture and put it up for us to see it. Have you ever used it?
Yeah, I have. So, if I take it with me, I mean, usually I haven't had anything bad happen if I had it with me. So, I mean, it works. I just
That
Wonder what
is
happened
so cool.
If we
man.
got it, together with Wolfman's. Wand.
it would probably it'd probably amplify each other.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried
If I
charging
had
it up?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How do you charge yours?
I've done the sun. I've done the positive energy. You can do rainwater. That's another way to do it. So, I mean, I've had it for probably, 15, 20 years.
I like the rainwater. I never heard that before. That's a great idea.
Yeah, rainwater and the moonlight.
Moonlight and rainwater. That's awesome, man. It's really just what you think, though. I think it's in your mind. It's really, that's just like, how the heck did she know what it looked like? But that's like how you were telepathically communicating. My brother and I used to telepathically communicate before cell phones. We used to talk to each other in our mind and say, "Meet me over here," or whatever, and then we just meet there, you know.
Yeah, I had a conversation, like a telepathic conversation with one of my friends, and it was just at the after it happened, we both kind of just looked at each other like, "Did that just happen?" And then we reiterated what we had, verbally what we had just experienced on a telepathic level. It's really, really something.
Wow.
The thoughts are faster than you talk, so it's like it comes to you as an idea. So
Yeah, and you think it's your own idea, but it's not. You have to realize that it's not your ideas all the time that comes in your head. That's telepathic.
Right.
Well, it's like those Roswell aliens, supposedly.
Yeah.
The one surviving alien telepathically talked to the firefighter that was on scene. We talked about that the other night.
I'm thinking that, if we could get some alien femurs, you know what I mean? Femur bones from the aliens, they'd make excellent bonking tools.
Or wand handles.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't know. That's a stupid idea. I don't know. But you never know. We go digging in the desert. Art Bell's probably out there digging right now looking for alien femurs. He's probably got his drone. He's got out there, it's probably got X-ray vision so he can see down into the sand a little bit, looking for alien femurs. I can
tell you a story about femurs.
Oh my God. We got 2 minutes left.
Oh boy, better hurry.
I don't think that's enough time.
No, I'm going to put a song on. We're done.
All right.
It's crazy, eh? It goes fast, eh?
Next time. Yeah.
Well, we did it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know if the song's working. It's not working. It's not working. Oh, well. Maybe there won't be a song. I think I need to get bonked.
Marcus, pull out your keyboard.
I think Wolfman needs a good bonking for this show because I didn't have the right guest, and I can't get the last song to play.
I didn't know Marcus played.
Marcus, you got anything? You got anything you could plug in, man? Put a song on for us.
I play.
Finish the show.
I'll make some sound. What do I got? A minute left?
Yeah, about a minute left. Yep. Thanks everybody for coming, and thank you all my panel for being here and making this possible. Couldn't do it without you guys, man. Love yous. Caveman, thanks for listening. Soon we're gonna have more than one listener. I believe. But yeah. Strange sounds from Marcus. And it's the end of the show. But we'll be back.
12:30 next weekend. Saturday?
Yeah. What time are you on there?
12:30 Pacific.
Somebody's in our chat room.
Ooh.
We are on to you. Oh my gosh. How about that? Somebody's on to us in our chat room. I never even noticed that we had a chat room on Spreaker. It's Apocalypse. He says, how's